जय श्री श्याम। हम समुद्र के अंदर पहुंच गए हैं। देखिए समुद्र के अंदर से हम चल रहे हैं नीचे। 62 स्टेयर्स हैं।
So this is our intertidal zone. So this window here is a prime example of the types of tides that we find here in Geograph Bay. Geograph Bay is a very flat sea floor. There's no deep divots or trenches, nothing really to vary that tide a whole lot. So Geograph Bay gets only about a 1 metre tidal variation, not much at all. Right now you can probably tell we're sitting at low tide. Highest tide gets to about 3/4 of this window. So this morning we had pretty much a mid to high tide sitting about here, and throughout the day it's gone all the way to the very bottom, which is super interesting. The types of organisms or fish that you'd find in this area are all of your hard-shelled organisms or hard-bodied organisms. So things like your clams, your barnacles, your mussels, anything with a super hard shell that can withstand really harsh conditions. So you could imagine on really stormy, windy days, these pylons here are getting constantly crashed upon with waves. So it's very hard to sort of withstand those conditions. So if you look on these pylons, you can see all of the barnacles and clams and everything cool. Those barnacles and clams are actually out of the water. They need water to survive and breathe. So what they do, the ones that are stuck up the top, they obviously can't go down to the water to be able to breathe, pretty much. So what these what these clams and barnacles do up the top is they open their seal, they take about a teaspoon of water, they seal themselves back up, and they can use that water to live for up to 6 weeks. So it's a very long time. They rarely use it for up to 6 weeks because the tides don't vary. They vary often. So it goes high quite often and low quite often during the day, throughout the day. So these guys probably will be out of the water for a couple of hours. They'll use that teaspoon of water to live for a few hours until the next tide comes up. Now, because the tide is a bit low, we'll have to go down to the next level to see some fish. So let's go down to the next level.
ये हमारी गाइड है जो हमें इसके अंदर सब कुछ बता रही है, कैसे कब हुआ, क्या हुआ, इसमें क्या क्या है। ये हम और नीचे आ गए हैं समुद्र के। ये रहा फिशेस है, देखो नीचे। अभी नीचे फिशेस थी, फिश थी। देखो समुद्र के नीचे कैसे फिश घूम रही हैं।
That you've got those waves constantly crashing over the surface and the swell crashing over the surface creates a little bit of an air pocket just under the surface. So you can see when those waves
समुद्र के अंदर आ गए हैं। भगवान जी की कृपा है, ये सब श्याम बाबा की असीम कृपा है हम सब हमने कभी सोचा नहीं था हम पानी के अंदर होंगे, कैसे घूमेंगे पानी के अंदर से। सब बाबा जी की कृपा चली जाए।
Look to your right.
Even though all those fish I just named, I can't actually see it.
पिलर्स है, पिलर्स के ऊपर कैसे
Leather jackets, crabs,
जो
lots of
The leather jacket.
lots of